Hello, it's me, One James Games, and I'm here playing Planet Zoo. We is do be back in James Wildlife Africa. Let's go. And in today's episode, okay, people voted, we're doing the Springbok. Before we do that, I'm going to be making a food market, which I did say I'm going to make last episode, okay? And the way I'm going to do it is by extending this section, okay? So it's like a little, like a little break, like a pit stop where people can go, shop, go toilet, go get drinks, food, and then come back to the main road for animals and stuff, okay? I can sneak in some animals on this side, animals on the gaps, and fill in the middle with lush forest to make it feel more alive and natural, okay? I'm gonna try my best to do it, but yeah, if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button, share it with a friend, and let's get right into today's episode. Education low. Okay, it's because I don't have that many animals, but that's okay. So before we get started, let's move all of this. Let's move. These are like my prefabs. What we're going to do is make the pathway first. Pathway, okay. The thing about this game, pathway isn't the best. Try your best, you do what you can. I'm thinking something like this. And then I'm going to click align. And then we're going to do this, this, this. And then unalign and connect it like that. And so we can then align again with this block in the middle and make a little stop where people can come and shop. Here. And then this section can be filled with plants, foliage to make it look pretty, and shop on this side, shops on this side, shops on this side, maybe toilet in the middle. Not sure. We'll see. But we need to make a toilet prefab that we're going to place all around the map. Okay, we're going to use the same design to make it feel more, more a part of the zoo. You don't want random stuff everywhere. Like imagine my zoo is themed in Africa theme, and then I have a dinosaur theme or something. Is random, right? So if you keep it consistent, it looks a lot more nicer. But yeah, let's get started. And the way I'm going to do it is, okay, you can use, if you go to facilities and go to guest facilities, and let's say you want to place food, you can use prefabs, if I can find them, like this. You can use these, okay? And the way you use these is you place it where you want. And then the way I like to do it is I like to double click on the walls. Wait, if I can click on the walls, double click on the walls. Now I got the square outlines, okay? And that allows me to then, let's say I want this. It allows me to just slide it in and then rotate, press Z, and look, it fits in there perfectly. No gaps, nothing. So if you guys want to use this, 100% do so, but I will be taking inspiration from this. So what I'm going to do is make this unclimbable. I'm going to move this to one side where I can look at it. I'm going to take this as an example. Remember to use, inspiration, because inspiration helps. I might use this for the toilet, chat, honestly. I just might use this. I'm not gonna lie, that looks so good. I was gonna do something similar to this as well, because in my other map I did something similar, but like I did a modern theme version. Okay, so before we start, we're gonna have to decide where things go. And I'm thinking, wait, let's check the power real quick. The power makes it right here. I'm gonna have to hide a power supply in here. Low-key, I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to do that. So I'm gonna say the toilet's gonna be here, okay guys? And the way I'm going to do toilets is I'm going to click on this. Can we do this? I'm going to test for something real quick. If I do this, no, it becomes a 10 grid. Okay. I see. I know how to do it. Let's go to construction. We're going to go to floorboards. We're going to get one of these. And then I'm going to place it in the corner. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Since it isn't aligned, what we're going to have to do is rotate it like this. And move it till it is like this. Rotate it a little. What I was trying to do is make it so that it's even on both sides. I think that's even on both sides. Perfect. And then the toilets are going to go here. And here. And then the food are going to go here and here. Here and here. And then on this side, I'm going to do it again. But yeah, let's do the toilets first. Okay. We're going to do path. We're going to go align. We're just going to align this to open up right here. Perfect. I'm going to do the same. Excuse me. Okay, let's just do this. And then I like getting it squared. And then this part, I'm going to have to do it like this. Line it up. Boop. And then, okay. I don't like how this part isn't. Okay, wait. Let's do this. I'm gonna have to stop it from snapping. I think it's shift. No, control. It's control, but. Okay, wait. I got a better idea. And to make this the same, I'm gonna have to delete this. Wait. Let me delete this. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, that works. That works. Since that worked, what we're gonna do now is grab toilets. Where are they? Where are they? We're gonna go in here. Facility. We're gonna go to toilets. And we're gonna grab this one. Let's align it to this thing. Wait. I hate that it's connecting. I think that's good. And then we're gonna do the same thing on this side. Toilets are done. Okay, now that's the toilets. They have no power. Okay, they have no power. Because let's go like this. This one does. This one doesn't. Because the power that we've been using here, the free one, goes only till there. So we can low-key add a solar panel one around here. Okay, solar panel makes it so it has zero negative effect, I believe. I could be wrong. Let's check it out real quick. We click this down. Yeah, it has zero negative effect. Okay. Perfect. Toilet's done. And we got power around here. So if we click this, click power. Perfect. We got power here. Nice. And now the toilets are up and running. Let's put the shops now. We're going to put the shops everywhere. I'm going to do food, drink, so they can decide what they want. Let's go into here. Guest facilities. Food and drink right here. We're going to go to, let's get I'm going to double click this to get a line to the grid. Okay. Now we're in the grid, I believe. Wait, let's check. Yeah, we're in the grid. Okay. Now we're going to click on facilities. We're going to click on, let's go with the classic pizza. Who doesn't like a good pizza, right? I don't know why it's not aligning. Okay, I have to manually do it. Let's do this one first. And now we're going to go to drink. And we're going to go for let's go for a milkshake. Why the heck not? Perfect. Now on this side, since we're still in the same grid, it's okay. We're going to do food again. But let's go with, let's see, hot dogs. Nah. Beef. Let's go chief beef. And for drinks, we're going to go with soda. Why the heck not? Now we just have to, cover it with decorations, essentially. And on this side, I want to add a gift shop on this side and a gift shop on this side. Or I could keep it clear and put a exhibit. Okay. And we can low-key put an exhibit here in the center. Like we could. To get into building, we're going to double click this and we're going to enter the grid. We're going to click on construction. And let's say we want it like, I want to use this. So we're going to use the mud wall. So I'm going to type mud wall. Now all the mud walls have appeared. And you see how this, since we aligned it to grid, boop, boop, you see how it connects perfectly. And then we can use the normal wall. I like this little band at the top. So what's this? That looks cool. Okay, let's go back to building. This wall. See how it has the line? I'm going to keep it consistent. And we're going to do this. We want it on the inside. And then we're going to grab the... And then the back, we can just use the same thing again. Theoretically, we don't need to do the back. No one's seeing it. But I like doing it just so I know, for keep my sane. I want to be sane, Look, that already looks a lot better than the white. And then what we're going to do is grab this, and then I'm going to keep this centerpiece so I can add like foliage and stuff. Or we can build a wall here. We can put an exhibit here. And then the foliage at the front. But no, the toilets will get crowded. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to put like plants and stuff in this. And then we're going to keep this. We're going to duplicate this over. Boop, 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 boop. Bop, beep. Wait a minute. I did the walls wrong. Because I want it on the inside. So we're going to do inside. You see how it's bending? That's because it's on the inside. So you see this wall? Inside. This would be outside. You see all these ones are on the outside, so there's little gaps in the corners and you'd have to fill those in with something. But if you go on the inside while you're surrounding something, it looks a lot better and it connects. I like this round wall. Nice. Now we're gonna have to do the roof. But first, what I'm gonna do is add a simple roof, something like this, something like that. But then I'm gonna do stuff like this. Okay, what is this? Oh, it's one build. Okay, I see. And this, that's one build. And the wood. Okay, see, that's how you learn, chat. This is how you learn. Like, you learn what everything is and how they did it, and then it becomes a lot easier. Like, this is this one thing. It is. And then let's see if I move this real quick. Okay, we're gonna stop random rotation and we're gonna align to surface. There we go. I found the rest. So I'm gonna double click this, and then I'm just gonna place it willy-nilly. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in and adjust. I think that looks good there. We're gonna do the same thing here. You can press L on your keyboard to add light if it's dark. See, this is too much to the right. Let's move it into the left a little, down a little. That looks good. This one's too to the right. We wouldn't do the same thing here. Move it down a little, move it right a little, down, left. Boop. I think that looks good. And then we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to duplicate it over. Bada bing, bada boom. That looks 10 times better. You see, don't be afraid to take inspiration from other builds. And then the corner, they use this column. Okay, let's type in column. So to stop it from doing this, you can either stop it from aligning to surface. Okay, but it's still going to flow up. Or I like clicking that and then just dragging it down till I'm happy like this. Holding shift. And now you can place it inside the wall without it levitating. And then we'll go back to seeing how they did it here. Wait, I want to turn my brightness up on my monitor. It is dark. Nice. And then we're going to do that on this side. And then I'm thinking of doing it on the inside as well, like around here. To separate the toilets from the, you know, separate the toilets from the shops. Low key, that looks good already. Chat, tell me that doesn't look good. Chat, I'm just doing this to teach you how to do it yourself, you know. Like, now we can just log wall this thing and then double click this. We're gonna click this. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Low-key, we can wrap this around the whole thing if we wanted to, like this. I don't like the look of that, so we're not. We could grab these wooden poles, logs, and then do the same thing. But yeah, just experiment, have fun, learn. That's the fun part about this game, like learning and improving. And I just noticed I want to do this. Unclimbable. 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 I don't think they'll see this, but just in case they do, I'd rather have it there. Just in case, you know? Like the corner pieces. Nice, that looks good. I think that looks nice, chat. I don't know about you guys, I think it looks good. But yeah, now we can put like some toilet signs or whatever and keep going. But yeah, now what they did on here was add logs, okay? Which we can do now. So, wall logs. So now what I'm going to do is double click this, do this. I'm going to place it like this, willy-nilly, once again. And then make it unclimbable. Then we're going to manually rotate it. I'm going to press. We're going to do this. We're going to click on this. We're going to click on angles. We're going to click on advanced rotation. We're going to click on transformation, the rotation one. We're going to click. Then we're going to click it out. Unline that. We're going to unsnap and then rotate it manually till we're satisfied. I'd say there. And then we'll do this. We're going to grab the two angles, the forward and left one. And up. That looks good. I think that looks good. And then we're going to duplicate and move it down here. Bada bing, bada boom. See? A lot better. Now the difficult part, the roof. I hate doing the roof, chat. I hate doing the roof. What we can do as well is this. Rotate this around the whole thing. So now the question is, do I use a thatch roof like this or thatch roof like this. And then we're going to click on architecture. We're going to go roof. And let's see which one looks best. Let's double click, obviously. Okay, yeah, that's a corner piece. I see. No, I want that to be a corner piece too, honestly. So chat, this is my first time doing a build for Africa, so don't mind me. I'm learning as well, chat. Everyone learns, okay? Everyone needs to start somewhere. And this is where I'm starting. And then curve here. Curve there. I think that would be the best. It looks too simple though. How did this... They do it here. That's one piece. It looks like a layered. I like that. And then at the top, they added a random. Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that too. But like this one, if we delete... Let's move. Okay, there is a... Okay. Oh, what we can do is... If we decrease the grid length and make this the center. You see? That looks a lot better, I think. And then let's duplicate this. Boop. So let's increase the grid length. Boop. That looks a lot better, no? That looks a lot better. Chat, what do you guys think of this? I think that looks good. And then we're going to add some plants here. And we're done, basically. I don't know what the plants are for Africa. I'm going to delete this. Click this. Oh, wait. I need my brightness back up. Hard to see. And then we're going to click on... Let's do... I think square would be best. That looks good. Nice little mulch. And then we're going to grab... I'm thinking, chat. We grab, like... This. Oh, wait. Let's grab both things. And duplicate. Where am I? Let's do this. And that'll be like the gate. And then the garden will be here. With plants and stuff. And let's go back to... nature. We're going to delete mulch. And we're going to click on... Africa. And yeah, let's put some plants down. We're gonna put a lot of plants down. Let's go. I want to make it look like a little bedding, you know. I'm gonna put this in the corner. I'm gonna random rotation like that. That looks good. And then holy tree. No, we can't put that in there. We can't put that in there. We can't put this in there. That's this small one. We can low-key trick them into thinking there's like a big plant in here like that. When it's empty. And then we need something to push through, you know, like this. Ooh, one of these here. Why is it not rotating? Am I blind? Or like it's not rotating? There we go. I like that. Put some in the back here. Does it make sense? No. Is it meant to? Not really. Does it look good and fill in the spot? Heck yeah, it does. And that's all you're gonna have to do, honestly. 10 out of 10, chat. 10 out of 10. There we go. What the hell is bro doing? Before we continue, I'm gonna have to put bins around. I do not want littering. I do not want a mess. So, bins everywhere. I think facilities. Yeah, there we go. And we're gonna just place them around. So, I like to make it even. Boop. Nice little area for people to come, sit down, relax, eat their food. And toilets if they want to use it. You can charge them to use the toilets, by the way. You can charge them to use it. And this little solar panel thing, what we're going to have to do is click zoo. We're going to have to click on staff. We're going to work zone. We're going to go mechanic. And then add all this. Those won't need mechanic, actually. Oh, yeah. And these guys had babies, chat, while I was working. Look at these guys. None of them are albino, though. It is what it is. And I'm thinking adding the Springbok enclosure right here. Big enough to fit in. People can come look at it as they're rotating to their food. This could be Springbok corner. As you can see, chat, everyone is using the bench. Okay, they're getting stuck. Let me know what you guys think. Look, people are actually using the benches. The kids sitting up. Who needs to even sit? You know what I mean? Like what? Wish there were somewhere to sit down. Yeah, that's one thing I hear about benches. People get stuck. Now we can do this if we wanted to make it look good. And the way I would do it is by adding blocks. So we could just pile these here like a little, you know, don't go over this kind of thing. Like this, like this. We could do this, but make our own version using the logs we have here provided itself. Instead of having them like this, where you can see the path and then the curve, sorry, and then the wood. I like making the curve the actual wood. Does that make sense? Time lapse that. And I'll be right back. Hello guys, time-lapse JM here. Let's go. Hope you guys do enjoy this time-lapse. It's quite short, it's quite simple. I just wanted to do a time-lapse of this because I don't know if you guys are going to enjoy me placing logs all around this thing. So I'd rather show it to you and speed it up, and you guys can slow it down if you want. And yeah, you get the information you need. So what I'm doing is I'm hiding the curve or the curve, okay, from the guests and making my own curve, the own blockage, fencing in of the, you know, like foresty park area. No one can get inside. This is just visual, just to make it look more seamless, make it look more, you know, lush, full. Here I'm using mulch. First I was going to use a square one, but they protrude, so I was like, wait, I could just use the circle ones and use a circle all around. I would personally, if I were to do this again, use the square ones in the middle and the circle ones on the outer edge to give more variety. Then you saw those little grass, that was the terrain. So I switched the terrain and got rid of all of it. Here I'm just placing some palm trees. I switched to Africa continent because this is Africa, and all the African plants, bushes, trees, everything appeared, and I just mix and match, literally tuck the trees in. You can use the top of the trees as bushes to fill in little gaps and stuff. Here I'm filling in with other bushes, adding texture, adding depth, adding like different layers. It makes it look more full, you know, more natural. Like you won't see just one grass everywhere. Some aloe vera, I think it's called, bushes. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. See you guys in a bit. Guys, now that that's done, look, I put this here. So what I did over here was I grabbed one of the pre-builds. Which one was it? It was this individual one, and I just placed it and then duplicated it over, and yeah, it looks good. I didn't want to spend even more time building another one, so I was just like, might as well. And in here I put a information center and a balloon shop. I love balloons. I like popping them. Boop, I would, but I don't want them to be sad, so I won't. But that being said, the enclosure here is going to be for the Springbok. I can't speak. Springbok, okay? So, Springbok. I keep saying buck. I don't know why, but Springbok is the Springbok. So, these guys like being a group of 3 to 35. 1 male, 34 females, okay, maximum. So, 1 male, 2 females, which we're going to have. And the requirement of space is 535 without kids, and they have 1 kid each. So let's put 2 because there's gonna be 2 females, so 590. Grade 2 to 1.25 meters. Bet. So we're gonna get the null barrier. No, wait, I'm thinking, do we do an indent into the ground? Nah, I'll save that. Okay, I got another thing I want to teach you guys, but I'll save that for another time. So let's grab this. We're gonna press plus. For now, I'm just gonna willy-nilly place everything, okay, the structure I want, just so I have visual, you know. I could always, you know, mend it after. So we're gonna go like this, then something like, I think I'm gonna make it all the way till here, or save space. Actually, let's save space for, so that's basically the shape. And what I'm gonna do obviously is drag this stuff in. You guys know the drill. Just put little spots. Let's drag this bit into here, and then drag this section into here, then drag. Good. I think that's gonna overlap, so what I'm gonna do is place one. I think that's as good as I'll get it, honestly. I'm thinking maybe get all the way up here. I don't know how many that was. We're gonna do one-way glass, okay, so they don't get scared. Wait a minute, I got a better idea. If we do this, Excuse me, game. Drag. And then we click on... That looks a lot better. If you guys don't have that unlocked, don't worry. You can do the other method I just showed you. By adding one-way glass, or click on the actual thing and add the glass in manually. There we go. And now we're going to add the door right here. Perfect. And let's check the size of this bad boy. 1,000! That's really big. That's actually massive. We'll keep it. We'll keep it. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind. These guys won't create that much traffic, so we're good. What else we can do? Another thing we can do is get rid of these and add our own glass in. So if we go to construction, you can add your own one-way glass in, and you can shape it to fit your shape you need. But I'll leave it like that. I hate the pillars though. That's the price you must pay if you want it to be perfectly circular. But it's okay. I don't mind it. Oh, wait. There's another thing we can do. Wait. I lied. Wait. There's another thing we can do. Let's do this. Delete. And then we can make curve. I think that's a lot better. And now we can do the curve glass. Let's see. We go one way here. Boop. And then... No. I think this is better. There we go. Boom. That's 10 times better. I think that's 10 times better. No pillars in the middle making a mess. Let me know what you guys think. So now we're going to have to buy the Springbok. Market. Okay, we got the 2 females. And now the male. But yeah, let's get those. And then we'll go to storage. We're going to type in Springbok. We're going to select these bad boys and send them to quarantine. I wanted the thing, but it's okay. 1K! That's actually good. While that's going on, we can just look around. I love these guys. They look so sick. They were the first animal I built an enclosure for back when I was starting out and I was messing around and stuff. I wish you can make these guys stay as kids forever and then make it so these guys don't age. When they become a 5-star, the animal starts drawing in crowds essentially and bringing in people. So you want them to be 5 stars. And the way you make them 5 stars is by feeding them healthier, giving them enrichment, breeding, like good genetics. So I could increase the quality of their food. How much am I making? 20k. Yeah, I'm making 20k. That's okay. You know, healthier animals, more people, more money. Spending a little money now for the long run, worth. I'm waiting for the last female to be ready and I'm gonna put them in. And then time lapse of the enclosure being built. Springbok. And then I'm gonna pause the game. We're gonna click on zoo, work zone, edit, boop, boop, and then work zone for these guys, boop, bada bing, bada boom. We're gonna take a look at this. They need hard shelter, they need grass, soil, okay. Oh, the foliage isn't that high, makes sense. They need one more bet. Everything looks good. And now we're gonna add the audio. This overlap is okay because no human is gonna go in here, right? So overlaps inside the enclosure, it's okay because no one's there to hear it, right? So it's okay like that. They're all in. Now we pause and we do the enclosure. So time lapse shall begin. Hope you guys do enjoy. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys want to name any of these animals, leave them down in the description below. Subscribe, like, comment, share. And I'll see you guys after the time lapse. Hello, time lapse James here. Let's go. Now it's time for the time lapse for the enclosure itself. Obviously I'm gonna put the water in the middle. I made sure to put the water closer to the right so that the water cleaning slash filter slash cleanser, okay, can clean this water. Because if you don't clean this water with a water control thingy, it gets dirty and your animals can get sick and also die from it. So make sure that's, you know, in the perimeter of the cleaner essentially. Here I'm making another cave for them so they can feel more like at home, more rested. I was gonna use a prefab that the game developers have made, but I was like, nah, I might as well make my own, add my own touch to it. Here I'm filling in the gap, making it look like the transition between the lower rocks and the upper rocks look smooth. You know, I don't want it to look like one rock, two rock. I want to make it look like it's one rock, kind of like natural. Does that make sense? Here I'm telling a story with the soil. It's weird, I don't know how to explain it, but like I kind of tell a story with the soil by implying where they've been and where they're like going. So if a spot has a lot of grass, that means the deers haven't been on there much. But if it's really dirty, that means the deer spend a lot of time on that spot, so the grass couldn't grow. Does that make sense? And I try to tell that story everywhere in the enclosures and stuff. Here I'm filling in the grassy areas, the parts where the deers aren't standing. Okay, I want to put some more rocks and stuff, but I need to learn how to use the rocks and filling the enclosure a lot more, because plants is easy, but some animals, especially animals in Africa, don't need that much plant requirements. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. See you guys in a bit. Boom, we is Doopy back. Let me know what you guys think of this enclosure. Holy moly guacamole. Damn, I think it turned out good. Wait, he jumped into that rock. The only way to get there is by jumping. Yeah, see, you see that? So one thing I wanted to do is use rocks to cover the whole enclosure. Okay, like the background, to make it look more natural. And you know, I want to make it look like it's a part of the enclosure too. So you could, I might do that next episode, but you could just like, you know, boop, 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 you know, and then that looks a lot more, that looks a lot better than just wood, right? It looks like this is a cliff face. You don't know what it is. It could be cliff face, it could be a little hill, rocky hill, whatever, right? You don't know what's behind there. But with the wood fence, there's nothing behind there. We know there's nothing, because that's how wooden fences are. Does that make sense? So next episode, I'll probably do that around here, and then this enclosure around here and here. Overall, I think this episode turned out amazing. We got this enclosure done, we got this whole food market done, and this beautiful section here. I hope you guys did enjoy. Okay, now time for the name suggestions. On episode 1, Edits wanted to name one of them Buffy, so we're gonna name the Mayo. Let's find the Mayo. That's a funny name, Buffy, because they're buff and the buffaloes. Buffy by Edits. Bada bing, bada boom. And then on episode 2, he had another name suggestion. He wanted to name one of the now monitors Yoshi. Okay, I'm gonna name the male Yoshi. Yoshi's a guy, right? I'm not sure. Or he has no gender. Bada bing, bada boom. So yeah, if you guys want a chance to name any of these animals or the keepers, do let me know down in the description below. I'm gonna do an enclosure around here, and I'm thinking of doing a big enclosure, but not too sure what animal I should do. If you guys have any suggestions for any African animals, let me know down in the description below. I'm gonna quickly zoom past these, and you guys can pick any of these guys. Maybe low key on the high key, on the key. I could low key do giraffe or something. Giraffe or zebra here. So do let me know down in the description below. And like always, subscribe, like, comment, share. I appreciate every single one of you coming in for this video, and I love you all. Peace out, homies. Bye bye.